Welcome to Head Full of Radio, where a longtime Radiohead fan goes through the whole recorded discography alongside his friend, who's only familiar with the song Creep. Will we agree on the songs? Can I convert him into a fan? Let's find out.
Yeah. Do you want to do the intro next?
Oh, my brain is so empty, I can't even remember. I will literally need a script at this point, otherwise it's going to come out so bumbly. So
that's why you should just do it.
Right, okay, let's do it then. Tell me when you're ready.
It's already started.
Oh, well, hey everyone. Buckle up, because we have a double episode for you. Hitting you with episodes 93 and 94. We are listening to two versions of the same song, I am told. But Andrew, you let me know if that's correct or not. Hello, Andrew.
You know, it's funny that you said it that way because we're recording the episode 92 and 93, 94 back to back. So you just basically repeated what I said at the end. So you're a good listener.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're listening to Pearly today. The reason why we're listening to it twice is because it's on the this EP, which is the Paranoid Android single, and it's also available on something called the Running from Demons EP.
Ooh.
Which until today I had never heard of before. It is apparently was released in December of 1997 and was a Japan-only release. It was brought out as Radiohead was touring the country in Japan of 1998.
Clever stuff to do that.
Yeah, so this is an exclusive, never before released remix of Pearly. The rest of the tracks we have heard or will have heard shortly, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
It also has how do you say? Do you say melatonin or do you say melatonin or how do you?
No, melatonin. Yeah.
Yeah. I think when I was a kid, I thought it was melatonin.
Okay.
Very
comment then.
Americanized. I don't know. Meeting in the Aisle, which you'll hear soon. Bishop's Rose, which I think we've heard already, and A Reminder, which we will hear soon. We've heard Bishop's Robes a long time ago. That was on the Street Spirit single.
Sounds familiar. Bishop's Robes.
Yeah. So we're going to listen to the one that everyone knows first, which is on the Airbag / Paranoid Android single. The difference is the later one has apparently clearer production values and a slightly louder guitar at the beginning. Johnny plays a different ending on the guitar. That's all I know about the song. I'm trying to find more information about, the band talking about it, but the site that I used for that doesn't have anything.
Ooh, no, but it's cool. I feel like they have a nice taste.
That's right. Let's see what this, the genius.com information always has extra stuff, but I don't think it has anything.
Oh, it actually does have a quote.
Look at that. It says, why is there any significance to the asterisk in the song title? And one person says, one common theory is that the star signifies pearly white teeth. Get it? Toothpaste advertisements at the time would often feature a shining, rotating star to demonstrate how white and clean someone's teeth were.
Interesting.
I guess that makes sense. That's fun. I didn't
even realize we had this asterisk in the title, so I'm glad I found that out.
Yeah. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Here's Pearly, the first version.
The Radiohead official listing doesn't have the asterisk.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? And also, the YouTube has paused.
Oh. That just won't do.
No, let us refresh.
A dose of some Pearly, come on.
What have I done?
We ventured into forbidden genius territory.
Look at that little red line going. This is where we're supposed to banter and talk about our lives and stuff.
Ugh. Pearly, Pearly.
Did you just say Hurly Pearly?
I said Pearly, Pearly, but maybe Pearly, Pearly would have been better. I don't know.
All right,
My
let's
brain is
try.
just empty.
Oh, there's an advertisement. All right, here we go. Go! Ooh. I like that shaker.
Oh, we're getting strange again.
See, it's also as dirty as polyethylene a little bit there with that guitar.
Yeah. Like the layering, it's like funky, funky. Okay, until you got the lyrics up, I was like, is he speaking English?
How'd you get your teeth so pearly?
Okay, so it does directly correlate to what that Genius comment was about. Like something's melting. I like it. It's like the outer layer of this artificial shine is all coming down.
I love those background vocals.
Yeah, you don't want to be thinking as dairy products as crawling, though.
So, like, those backing vocals are so subtle and in the left ear that you can't really hear them, but they just add a certain something.
Yeah. Play like an off-balancedness, like in the sense that, like, you know, it's supposed to be a bit odd. Like,
yeah,
maybe creepy is a strong word, but like there's that like almost unsettlingness. Like, yeah, you should be unhappy that your dog shaker's crawling. Like, that's not what you want. That's not right. Love his voice.
yeah. There's also some backing vocals that are going to come up here that I really like, that just add to the mix.
Oh, my anticipatory ears ready. For now, I'm vibing along.
I like those soft vocals like that.
Biting off a yawn, but not for boredom reasons, just tired.
And there we go.
Pearly, interesting. Yeah, on the face of it, I mean, I guess you can't always tell with the name what's you're gonna get from it. But before I heard like the Genius commentary about like the teeth, I was like, what to think? There you have it.
So what do you think of that? Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it's got, so off the back of the polyethylene. Are we off the back of the polyethylene? I can't even remember.
Say that again?
Are we, was our last episode on polyethylene?
Yes, I just like hearing you say that word. Yeah.
Polyethylene.
Yes, I don't know why.
And yeah, so that one was already, had me a bit like, I guess I was thrown for a loop at the time. This one's still got elements of like that, like, what should I call it? Like unsettlingness, but not quite to the same extent. This one was a bit more like subtle, I suppose. So it was easier to not be as taken aback.
Right.
But I liked it. It was like blended well, like, and I feel like it makes sense given what if the subject matter is what it is about. Where
Yes.
like it's got that undercurrent of like, you know, things like seem a certain way, but there's this like thing in the back of your head or in the left of your ear telling you otherwise. So I liked it. But again, it's like the first time I hear the strangeness, I feel like I need to adjust to it with a few more listens to be a bit like, because sometimes strangeness is very much like, oh, I love that. And I liked
Gotcha.
it. I don't think I'd extend it to a full on love just yet. But I did like it. So with
Okay.
that said, ooh, I'm battling between Ed and Ed and a half.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think it deserves an Ed and a half.
Okay. I'll take that. I like that. Thank you. I'm going to
Tell me
give
what
it an
you've
and a
got.
half as well.
Cool.
Because it reminds me again, like I said last time, of a very long trip that I took way back in 1998. I'm going to add a significant little bit to maybe each episode as I remember them. I started to tell you in the last episode, but thought, no, you know what? I should keep it. So as I said, I went there for a friend's wedding. And so it was, I stayed there at his house the whole time because, you know, I was like 18, 19 and didn't really ever go anywhere or didn't give a fuck. So he let me stay at his house. And then it was the wedding night. And I'm like, where do I stay? And he's like, I have a friend. I forget the name of the guy's friend.
Yeah.
Ryan, if you can remember what your friend's name is, whose apartment I stayed at, let me know. If he's still alive, that's great. So I stayed at this guy's house and there were like 3 of us. I'm surprised I even remember some of this stuff. And he stayed in an apartment, and the part that I don't remember, I think he cleaned the place because the place that he stayed in was like right beside the main floor washing machine area, like communal dryer washing machine.
Yeah.
And it was I can't even tell you how small the place was. It was like you turn around once and you're in the kitchen, and then you turn around again and you're in the living room. Like you don't move. You just, you know, the bathroom was like the size of a computer chair.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember there were three of us. One guy slept in the guy who stayed there slept in the tiny bed. Someone else slept on the floor, and I slept on like a really old lady chair, like a stand-up, you know, those ones that have like the heavy stuff on them, like so when you could scratch yourself with them because they're green and awkward and from the 1940s or whatever, right?
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, and I will remember waking up and being kind of hungover and going like, I don't think I can walk well.
Oh no.
My back hurts. So what does that have to do with Pearly? Well, I remember like using that CD to help me go to sleep because it was really weird in there and loud. The laundry was next door.
That's so interesting, especially given what I've described the last 2 episodes as being like a bit unsettling and uncomfortable. And for you, it's like, these are the soothing sounds I'm going to use to fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna need these to sound more normal.
Right. That really puts perspective.
Yeah. So there you go.
Was this guy also attending?
Yes, he was in the wedding party.
Gotcha.
I don't remember his name though. And you know, there's somewhere in my apartment, I remember like writing a fake version of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas about that whole trip.
Wow, okay.
And if I knew where it was, I would read you some of it, but I don't know.
Oh,
it
that would be so
somewhere.
good. If you ever find it, you have to read it to me.
Yeah. It's in a box somewhere.
Gotcha. One of those.
So yeah. There you go.
There you go. That's so cool. I love the continued Andrew Law.
So now we're going to step in to the other version of Pearly.
How quickly I forget that there's more.
Yeah, I've never heard this version.
I love that. The live reaction from you too.
Yeah, this is from the Running from Demons / No Surprises single that was Japan only. Let's see if we can figure out the differences. Are you ready?
I am.
Go!
Yeah, so that's curious. But anyway.
Yeah. I thought that was you talking. The drums sound more clear.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
This part sounds the same. Actually, the
feel
vocals
more distinct.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's in my head, but
I feel like his lower voice is clearer in this version. That one.
I feel like everything just feels a bit more like well-defined and less blended, if that makes sense.
And the background vocals are louder and in the other ear.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh, that's weird now that you've pointed that
Isn't
out.
it?
Oh, that is weird. That's actually really clever now that
It is.
I'm aware
It
of
is.
that.
I like that. Huh. It's otherwise hard to hear a lot of difference.
But interestingly enough, I don't know if it's just the second time listening to it, but I felt like the first one felt a lot more eerie. And
Okay.
this one, because I'm not getting that as much, maybe just because I'm already conditioned to it. Like,
Ooh, those vocals had a cool thing
yeah,
on them.
that's more of the vibe. Yeah, this is what I was
Like-
missing.
Can you hear that vocal difference?
Yeah, it sounds more like siren-y.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And the guitar solo is different already.
That one bit that you pointed out I actually really like. Otherwise, not sure I'm as keen.
Ooh, I could hear that bass part I've never heard before.
Why we need you, because you will clock all these nuances.
There's a part that bass goes here, up high.
Okay.
Do 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 do. I'd never heard that bass before. Oh, and this one just kind of ends.
Mm.
Well, that was something.
It was something. I don't know if... I do think I prefer the previous version.
Yeah, I do too.
But again, I don't know if how much of that is just me having listened to the first one the first time. It was more like, ooh, this is like cool. And this one is just like, for want of a better word, kind of wasn't as interesting to me.
See, it sort of reminds me of what we did for the episode for us, it's a little while ago, but in actuality, it's episode 30 where we listened to the remix of Blowout, where the subtle differences didn't particularly change how I felt about the song,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I would go, man, I really got to listen to this other version. I like it more, like that
Yeah.
happens a lot to different songs that are recorded differently. It's if they're different enough and one gives you more feeling than the other, I don't feel like this did that for me.
That's interesting because for me, I just felt a lot less inspired by this version. I just found it a bit more like, I guess, replacement level. Like I was like, okay.
Yeah, we don't need to score this. This isn't going to be like a scoring thing. This is going to be a double episode where we just want to make sure we have every version.
Absolutely.
So, thanks for listening to us ramble on again about the same song for 2 occasions. But yeah, I think. Wow, yeah, you're right. We've done 2 songs in a row where we had parts 1s and parts 2s. I am glad we listened to it, but it doesn't affect me really enough to warrant a rating.
That's totally fair.
Okay. I'm glad you acknowledged that.
I'm glad that you acknowledged my acknowledgement.
I acknowledge. Thank you, sir. We will see you next week for a regular episode.
95.
How about that?
Closer and closer to that big 3 digits.
Wow. That was fun.
That was fun.
This podcast is recorded on Discord and is edited in GarageBand. The intro and outro music are Radiohead covers and can be found on Spotify under the band Lift. That's Lifte, with F as in Foxtrot. Also, find us on TikTok and Vimeo under the name @HeadFullOfRadio.